What is going on, Glitcher Gang? It's your boy, Glitcher Bro 23 here, back with another reaction. Hey man, let me get some shit off my chest real quick, okay? Just to start this one off. So, in the semester at the time of recording this is coming towards the end for me, you know. So shit kind of gets a little wild in college, or not wild, but like it's starting to like finally like get to that final stretch mark. And everything is starting to be thrown at me. So, since the last time I recorded, it's been like pretty much 2 weeks since I recorded. And y'all know I'm pre-recording these in advance. I've probably been saying it the entire week, probably annoying the hell out of y'all. I apologize. But, you know, I haven't recorded in pretty much in 2 weeks. You know, so I'm glad I finally have some free time right now. I don't know how much free time I'm going to have in between the date I'm recording this and until semester finally lets out. I'm imagining I get a little free time during Thanksgiving break, but hopefully, you know, once I'm out early in December, I can like start cracking down on reactions for January for you guys. You know what I mean? But I guess within the past 2 weeks or whenever the last time I recorded was, I've managed to watch 5 Spider-Man films. The original 3 Sam Raimi trilogy, which is way better than I remember. And then I watched Mark Webber's Amazing Spider-Man duology, which, not gonna lie, I thought the first movie, the first Amazing Spider-Man, was probably the worst Spider-Man movie out of all of them, and including Tom Holland's trilogy, which I haven't watched, which is probably the next trilogy. I'll probably watch sometime in the near future. But I actually enjoyed Amazing Spider-Man 2 more than I enjoyed Amazing Spider-Man 1. And I enjoy, even though it still had its issues, I still enjoyed it compared to the first one. And it wasn't a bad film overall. I don't think Mark Webber's duology is as great as everyone remembers it though. You know what I mean? But why am I talking about Spider-Man? Why am I talking about specifically the Amazing Spider-Man? Well, if you guys don't know, Kendrick Lamar has a track at the end credits of The Amazing Spider-Man 2. I only found this out maybe a couple weeks ago before watching the movie for myself. And then I heard the track at the end credits, and it has Alicia Keys on it too. I never knew this track existed until like maybe a month ago or so. So, what we got here? We got Alicia Keys. It's on again. Official music video from the Amazing for a track from the Amazing Spider-Man 2 featuring Kendrick Lamar. You know what I mean? I've been giving Kendrick a lot of praise in 2022 for Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. Probably one of my favorite projects. Not only new projects I dropped this year, but one of my favorite albums I've heard in general in 2022 or of all time. You know what I mean? Personally, it's one of my favorite projects, and I know people have their negative thoughts about it or say it doesn't live up to the expectations of a Damn, To Pimp a Butterfly, or Good Kid, Mad City. I appreciate it for what it is. I really do. So, without further ado, we finna check out Alicia Keys. It's on again, featuring Kendrick Lamar. If you guys want to see more Kendrick Lamar, Alicia Keys reactions, y'all know what to do by this point. But because this intro's been long enough, I won't tell y'all. Let's get into it. I'm excited, man. I'm excited. When I heard Kendrick Lamar on that end credits for Amazing Spider-Man 2, I was like, yeah, this is one I have to check out. Let's get it.
And everybody know the story of David and Goliath, but this is bigger than triumph. This is for the warrior, this is for you and I. This is for euphoria, give me a peace of mind. God is recording this, won't you look in the sky? Tell him that you got the behavior.
See, that like delivery, that's like very much like, almost reminds me of like, it sounds like Kendrick going into his To Pimp a Butterfly like kind of phase, you know, talking very religious. And I'm actually very surprised this is started off with the part where the end credits start. You know, like this is exactly like where the end credits start. The track starts for the end credits.
And everybody know the story of David and Goliath, but this is bigger than triumph. This is for the warrior, this is for you and I. This is for euphoria, give me a peace of mind. God is recording this, won't you look in the sky? Tell him that you got the behavior of your neighbor, even when stability's never in your favor. Fly with the turbulence, only last a minute.
Tell me you got the stability of your neighbor. Hold up. First, he was talking about David and Goliath, how this is more than a triumph.
Tell them that you got the behavior of your neighbor, even when stability's never in your favor.
Tell him you got the... Wow, how did he put that? He's just flowing on this one already. He said so much, and it's only been 10 seconds.
Tell him that you got the behavior of your neighbor.
Tell him you got the behavior of your neighbor, even when the stability's in your favor, or in their favor.
Even when stability's never in your favor.
Never in
Fly
your
with
favor.
the turbulence, only last a minute. Land on your dreams and recognize you live it. Walk through the valley and peaks with bare feet. Run through the flames, there's more passion for me. A glass testimony just so the world can see. Better wounds on me, you're watching me lick them clean. I know, my pride, my goals, my highs, my lows. I know, it's mind control. I know I can prosper, no imposter. Prosecute my posture, I stand up and I stand by you. What?
I am a freedom fighter, the name that history wrote. And even through disaster, eye of the tiger for hope. I'm trying to find my way back. There's no day off for heroes. And even when I'm tired, go is the only word. And the night is taking over, and the moonlight gets exposure. And the players have been chosen, and it seems like fate has spoken. When it's...
I'm not gonna lie. Gwen's death in Amazing Spider-Man 2 still fucking hits. That shit was like as ballsy as it seemed to end the duology with that. Her death scene, Emma Stone's death scene as Gwen Stacy, that shit was like probably one of the most emotional scenes in a Spider-Man film. But bro, Kendrick was just spitting like fire for like 50 seconds, like 40 seconds straight, you know, for a fucking superhero soundtrack. The beat is hard. Alicia Keys sounds heavenly on this. Like, this shit's crazy already. And like, this is the part I heard in the end credits. So I'm hoping Kendrick Lamar has another verse.
When I'm tired, go is the only word. And the night is taking over, and the moonlight gets exposure. And the players have been chosen, and it seems like fate has spoken. When it seems your faith is broken, by the second losing focus. Ain't no way to get out, unless you move forward. But they wonder how.
That is Pharrell. Hold up. I think that really... Did Pharrell really produce this track? Oh, that's legendary too. So not only do you got Alicia Keys and Kendrick Lamar, which I think were both upcomers, you know, at the time this track was released. Maybe not Alicia Keys. I think Alicia Keys has kind of been around way longer compared to Kendrick. But you got Pharrell Williams producing a soundtrack? Oh, that's fire. That's heat, man. That's legendary. And then Pharrell and Kendrick would go on to make bangers like Alright, Mr. Morale. I'm trying to think of what else they all done. They probably done a lot of collaborations. Those are just the two I'd recognize. This motherfucker, Pharrell is another motherfucker in Hollywood who doesn't age. Y'all notice that? Motherfucker, you could look at Pharrell from like... You could look at Pharrell from like the Kanye documentary. Motherfucker looks exactly the same nowadays. He looks exactly the fucking same.
I am a lonely hero, trying to fight my battles. Life likes to blow the cold wind, sometimes it freezes my shadow. In the midst of all this darkness, I sacrifice my ego. There ain't no room for selfish.
Even amongst all this darkness, I sacrifice my ego. That's I like that. Alicia Keys, she's bodying this track right now too. I'm really hoping Kendrick has another verse, but honestly, I wouldn't mind. Alicia Keys is like floating on this, so.
In In the midst of all this darkness, I sacrifice my ego. There ain't no room for selfish. We do it for the people. The night is taking over, and the moonlight gets exposure, and the players have been chosen, and it seems like fate has spoken. When it seems your faith is broken, by the second losing focus, ain't no way to get out, get out, get out, get out, unless you move forward.
Even when it seems like faith has been like chosen, she's basically just saying you gotta rise up against it. You know what I mean? It's one of it. You know, like when you have rappers do these type of like soundtrack songs, you know, they're not obviously gonna make like a very deep track, but they're gonna make like a banger. You know, they're gonna make it like a good like out track that like sounds good for the outro of the film, regardless of what the film is. I mean, look at like I'll take an example just because he's back there right now. Look at Ilm. Ilm's done many soundtrack, you know, records before, whether it be his own movie, some way movie that he's been involved in, even the Elvis movie. He did a record for the Elvis movie. It's called The King and I really enjoyed it. You know, especially after hearing Current Call too. But you know, like you're not gonna get like too personal on one of those soundtrack records. You're just gonna make a banger, like a banger of a collaboration with someone. You know what I mean? So, and that's pretty much what this is. You know, like I enjoyed Kendrick's part at the beginning. You know, it did, like I said, it gave me very heavy, To Pimp a Butterfly vibes. You know, like he was about to go in that phase, in that cocoon stage. You know, but this is just a great collaboration. You know. Especially because we rarely see Kendrick team up with such like big female artists. And Alicia Keys is doing her thing. She sounds very beautiful. I'm not gonna lie, they kind of fucked up with that motherfucker. I think they should have either stuck with Electro or Green Goblin. Either way, this dude, I don't know his name, this actor, he had some big shoes to fill, whether it was for William Dafoe as Green Goblin or I always forget the Harry Osborn from the Sam Raimi trilogy. I always forget his name, the actor's name. Either way, this dude had some like big shoes to fill as the character Green Goblin, Harry Osborn, and I think they really the director really forced this character into the storyline. It should have been either him or Electro. That's just my personal opinion. It's on again. The world don't stop. It's on again. It's on again. You say the work don't stop, 'cause they don't stop. And everybody here trying to get on top. Everybody from the birth down to the block. Gotta hold on tight and don't let go, let go. So you think you hot? Gotta grind hard, give it all you got. You can have it, you can have not. We see that a lot in the ghetto, ghetto. How the fuck does Pharrell look young? Like, seriously, this motherfucker looks younger than Kendrick. How the fuck does Pharrell look younger than Kendrick? I'm telling y'all, Pharrell Williams does not age, man. It's gonna be a sad day when we lose that man. Give Pharrell his flowers while you can, man. He's been associated with a lot of big tracks and made music of his own that's, like, in legendary status. We gotta give Pharrell Williams his flowers. That shot was cool. That was visually like a dope ass shot. I'll simply say it's on again. It's on again. Whoa. The world don't stop. It's on again. It's on again. Whoa. That was a good ass track, man. That was genuinely like a good ass track. I really think it's a it's a banger, obviously, you know. But I think it really, with the context of what happens, especially in the final act of Amazing Spider-Man 2, I think it's very motivational. You know, because like I said, if I said it at the beginning, I think as ballsy as the final act was with Emma Stone dying as Gwen Stacy and the way she died too, you know, I think it was a dark moment for Andrew Garfield's Peter Parker. You know what I mean? So and in the final act, you know, in the final like 5 minutes, he comes back as Spider-Man after being on a hiatus for 5 months. You know, he comes back after hearing Gwen's speech, her graduation speech, and is like motivated by it. You know what I mean? So it's Amazing Spider-Man 2 really is an underrated film, especially when in Spider-Man movie wise. I don't think it's terrible as people remember it. I like I said, in my personal opinion, I actually enjoy it more than Amazing Spider-Man 1. You know what I mean? But the track itself, I think it was a banger. I think I might honestly add that one. I'll give it a couple more listens, maybe in my spare time. But I was really hoping more from Kendrick, man. Kendrick really had like a rapid fire 40-second verse, and that was it. The rest of the song was Alicia Keys, which is fair because you know she is the main artist on this one. But that was just one I wanted to get back into reactions with, and I like. I'm going to start doing reactions that I want to again. You know what I mean? Because then that's what I'll have fun doing. I at least know I'll have fun doing those reactions compared to maybe some of the requests I get. You know what I mean? So, but let me know what you guys thought about that in the comment section down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, if you guys want to see more Alicia Keys or Kendrick Lamar reactions, do me a solid. Hit that like button if you enjoy. Subscribe to the channel for new. Comment what you want to see next. Share your thoughts and opinions about the track and my reaction to it. If you guys want to join the Glitcher Gang Discord, as always, the link will be down below in the description, along with a reaction request form for those who want to see me react to requests sooner or later. Other than that, man, this one's been a pretty lengthy one, but I'm glad that I have time to finally start recording again for you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.